Well, we're trying something different on the Boomer Music Experience today with Randy Hummel. Randy and I each picked a song that means a lot to us, that we enjoy, that we like, and we wanted to sort of break it down. And it was funny because you and I talked about doing this for a few months now, and we've been doing a few tribute shows. And I thought this might get down to the essence of who we are as far as what we like in music and what it means to us. Because I think, and I think you agree with me on this, music means something different to everybody in that song that they like. You know what I mean? You take something away from a certain song. And I think it's always important that we get the opportunity to share that with our listeners and our viewers, to sort of say, hey, here's what I hear in this song. What do you hear? You know what I mean? Thanks for joining me, Randy, again today. I'm just rambling on now, but I do believe you're going deep. You're going deep. Are you not doing MacArthur Park today?
Absolutely correct, Dave. And there's a lot behind the lyrics. This is a song that was an international hit back in the year of 1968. And also, it's a song that you either love or you hate. And that's been the critics over the years have always said this. Well, I don't believe there's any song you can either love or hate. I think, to be a true objective person of music, you love all music. Wouldn't you agree, Dave?
100%, buddy. And I think what we talked about earlier, the concept of each song resonates with a different person in a certain way.
Exactly. So to begin with, Richard Harris, he was an accomplished actor. He starred in many films, and his singing career, well, how did that begin? Well, I'll just briefly touch on that, and then I want to get into the lyrics of MacArthur Park, sung by Richard Harris in '68, and Jimmy Webb, his interpretation. A lot of people say that the lyrics in this song are so hard to understand. Well, they're not, because I'm going to share with our audience now the exact meaning of the lyrics of Richard Harris's huge international hit, MacArthur Park. So how did Richard Harris's career begin as a singer? Well, the film adaptation of Alan J. Lerner and Frederick Lowe's Broadway hit Camelot, that was back in 1967, revealed Richard Harris's pleasant singing voice. I may get some criticism there too. Well, he can't sing. He's got a gravelly voice. Well, yes, he can. But the movie led to a recording career that included the critically acclaimed A Tramp Shining record, or CD. There we go. A Tramp Shining. Let's put it up here. There we go. A Tramp Shining. And again, 1968. And all of the 9 songs on this CD, A Tramp Shining, were written by none other than Mr. Jimmy Webb. So this was a critically acclaimed record or album, A Tramp Shining, as well as the song MacArthur Park, which, as I mentioned earlier, became an international hit. And the year, of course, actually I can nail it right to the week, June 4th, 1968. So here we go. So MacArthur Park was written by Jimmy Webb. The song is about a failed romance and the end of a love affair. Now, the lyrics in themselves are poetic and metaphorical, with the cake left out in the rain, of course, representing the end of the relationship. And it was Jimmy Webb's inspiration for the song. He was in a beautiful love relationship with Susie Horton, and then they broke off. So here we go. Now, just before I begin to discern the lyrics and the exact meaning of the lyrics of the song, and this song, MacArthur Park, back in the day of the 60s, most songs were 2 or 3 minutes long. Well, MacArthur Park, it kind of pole vaulted over the 2 to 3 minute songs. Total length of this song, 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Now, the listeners are probably saying, that's too long a song to listen to right through. But wait a minute. This song, with Richard Harris being a theatrical Shakespearean actor, he's done several films. This song was kind of, okay, act one, act two, act three, act four, as though you're right on the stage in theater. And so what Jimmy Webb has done, he's kind of put this all together in the form of a stage performance. Of course, Richard Harris did many Shakespearean plays, different characters, well versed in this. So Jimmy Webb made this happen through these various steps of the song. So act one, act two, act three. Now, it's very, very important to note, and I really want to share this with our listeners, Dave. In 1973, a TV special called Burt Bacharach, and of course, Burt Bacharach, again, a wonderful writer, composer, orchestral. He had it all in Shangri-La. After singing Webb's Didn't We, okay, and that's number 2 song on the disc here, CD disc, and that's a great song. If you ever get a chance to listen to it, wow, dynamic. Richard Harris, after singing Webb's Didn't We, he tells Burt Bacharach that since he was not a trained singer, what he did, he approached songs as an actor concerned with words and emotions. Okay, so he was acting the song with the sort of honesty the song is trying to convey. Okay, so then he proceeds to sing If I Could Go Back in Time, of course, after the broken relationship. So let us now decipher MacArthur Park.
That can I butt in there real quick? That's
Yes.
amazing. I never really thought about, but that explains the emotion in that song, because you always feel like there's something there for him, right? But taking that acting skill and putting it into that part, making that a part really in a small play, really is incredible. I did not realize that. That is cool. I like that. I never would have thought of that, Randy.
Yeah, that's a very important characteristic that we need to really share with our audience with this song.
It makes the song, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. Major, big time.
Yeah.
So now we go into then Act 1 of MacArthur Park on stage. So first of all, when you listen to the song, there's really upbeat, beautiful orchestral arrangement intro. Let's last for about 30 to 35 seconds. Then Richard Harris comes in. Spring was never waiting for us, girl. It ran one step ahead. Okay, so he's in this relationship. Things are going not too badly. Okay, so it ran one step ahead as we followed in the dance, as we developed the love relationship. Okay, between the parted pages and the pressed in love sought fewer iron like the stripe of a pair of hands. Okay, this means, okay, they're in a beautiful love relationship. They're walking hand in hand as they do their different activities. MacArthur's Park, this is a key phrase in the entire song, and it's repeated in all the different stanzas of the song, all 7 minutes and 20 seconds. So MacArthur's Park is melting in the dark. Oh, the sweet dream I see flowing down. Okay, the relationship is now getting rocky. Someone let the cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can take it. I don't think I can take this relationship falling apart, because it took so long to bake it. It took so long to develop this love relationship. And I'll never have that recipe again. And I'll never have a love relationship like this again. Oh, no. I recall, okay, here comes act number 2. I recall the yellow cotton dress foaming like a wave on the ground around your knees. The birds like tender babies, okay? Babies come along in the relationship of love. birds like tender babies in your hands, the old men playing checkers by the trees. Well, the family watches how this love relationship is developing. Oh, this gets interesting, I'll tell you. MacArthur, here again, recapitulation. MacArthur's Park is melting in the dark. Oh, the sweet dream I see flowing down. Someone left the cake out in the rain. I don't think I can take it, 'cause it took so long to bake it, and I'll never have that recipe again. Then we go into a musical orchestral interlude. Here again, it's upbeat. Here's the next act. There will be another song for me. There will be possibly another love relationship for me, for I will sing it. There will be another dream for me. Someone will break it. Okay, I might go through another love relationship down the drain, but I will drink the wine while it is warm. In other words, I will enjoy the love relationship while it is deep and warm. I'll never let you catch me looking at the sun. Okay, I'll never say that I want to break off this love relationship with you. And after all the loves of my life, you'll still be the one. In other words, you are the one. If I go into another love relationship down the road, that's fine. But this relationship, you are the one. I will take my life into my hands and I will use it. I will develop this love relationship and I will win to wish it in your eyes and I will lose it. If I don't develop this love relationship between the two of us as deeply as we can enjoy each other, then I will lose this relationship. I will have the things that I desire, and my passion flows like rivers through the sky. And after all the loves of my life, I will still be thinking of you and wondering why. Why did this love relationship break off? Then there's a huge musical interlude of orchestral, and this goes on for about 45 seconds. Again, it's upbeat. The finale, the final act, MacArthur's Park is melting in the dark. Oh, the sweet dream I see flowing down. Someone left the cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can take it, 'cause it took so long to bake it, and I'll never have that recipe again. Oh no. Then from there, it goes right into a huge high chorus of voices like you would see during a church service. This continues for about 20 seconds. And then you have the final chorus with the huge timpani drums, boom, 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 boom. And that's the end of the song. And that's the lyrics for MacArthur Park from Sir Richard Harris, because he was knighted in 1985 by the Queen of Ireland. So properly now, it's the late Sir Richard Harris. What do you think, Dave?
I got some questions.
Yeah.
I wonder if there really is a MacArthur Park somewhere. I don't like if there's a reference point there. I wonder if that really was or if it was just made up. Kind of interesting that way. It's the story really of I fell in love, I lost my love, I moved on, but that's the one true love that got away.
Right.
And I think the way the music plays through that, it brings you through those peaks and valleys, like you said, with the drums, with the orchestral maneuvers. I want to say it just kind of brings you in and out of that feeling, right, of a relationship, the highs and the lows. And I love the park scene too. I think that's the second. Is it the second verse? Maybe.
Yes, right. Or Act 2. Right.
Yeah, Act 2, where you got this visual, right? Like in my mind, I could see that. Like I was the yellow dress. you know, the people in the park, the chess, you know, you felt that visual, right? You felt like a late spring day almost. And it
Exactly.
was coming to you. And I think what you talked about, and I think we really missed the point on this song, was the emotion put into it. When you said that to me this morning, I was like, wow, I never thought about that song that way. But Richard Harris literally made it into a mini play. He did that and brought you along on this trip. And that's how that's the power that he had in that era.
Absolutely. Yeah. And Sir Richard Harris, he studied at the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art, where he rose to prominence as an icon of the British New Wave. Of course, he was born in Ireland, and he also received just a few accolades. He received 2 Academy Awards for Best Actor nominations for his performances in The Sporting Life, 1963, The Field, also The Guns of Navarone in 1961, and A Man Called Horse, 1970, saw that movie. Cromwell, another great movie he starred in. And also, too, he gained acclaim for his role as Albus Dumbledore in the first 2 Harry Potter films.
That's right.
And Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, 2001, and Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets in 2002, the latter of which was his final film role. But he portrayed his huge breakthrough, and I want to share this with our audience, came in 1967 when he portrayed King Arthur in the film Camelot. Okay, and for that, he received a Golden Globe Award for Best Actor, Motion Picture Musical or Comedy. How good is that? This was the beginning. Huge. But hey, taking nothing away from the song MacArthur Park, although he didn't have professional singing lessons, he put his emotions, as I had said earlier to our audience there, Dave, and this is worth repeating again, because this is extremely important. On the Burt Bacharach Shangri-La show, he tells Bacharach that since he was not a trained professional singer, he approached songs as an actor concerned with words and emotions, acting the song with the sort of honesty the song is trying to convey. That is huge.
I agree.
Really huge. And that is the whole central nervous system of the portrayal of MacArthur Park, plus some of the other songs that he's done on his album, A Tramp Shining. Just very quickly, Didn't We? That's a great song. And he did here's one I've got to share with the audience too, Dave. Paper Chase. Now, Paper Chase was filmed in Toronto. And my twin brother, Rudy, he had a cameo appearance in the Paper Chase. And he got to meet Richard Harris.
Oh, there's some background.
Oh,
you don't hear that every day. You're jealous.
I'm very jealous. You got to meet Richard Harris. But no, all due respect, yeah, he had a cameo part in the film The Paper Chase, which did very, very well. And also A Tramp Shining, MacArthur Park, Dancing Girl. Great album. If you get a chance to purchase this, Richard Harris, A Tramp Shining, his best works in song, bar none.
And check it out on Amazon, Spotify, folks. I'm sure you can find it online as well if you want to give it a listen and see what you think.
Yep.
Randy, why is that song so important to you? If you don't mind sharing, it's up to you.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I know.
It's very, very important to me because in the summer of 1968, I was dating a girl and we had a great relationship. And the end of 1968, we broke it off.
So you could relate to that song.
Big time.
Big time. It's amazing how songs affect us that way, isn't it? Like music always seems to have that, you know, it's funny, the songs you remember and why they stick with you, there's always a meaning, personal meaning to them. It's what we talked about earlier. What an opportunity to share the lyrics. I mean, that song is so much deeper than people give it credit for, or they don't understand it. But now I want to thank you for doing that, because it really breaks it down and gives it better, gives folks a better understanding of what they were going for with that song.
Absolutely, Dave. And just wanted to mention too, Sir Richard Harris, he passed away on October 25th, 2002. So, about 20 years ago, at the tender age of only 72. And that was in London, England. His active years we look at from 1956 to 2002. He was married initially to Elizabeth Rees Williams, and in 1969 they divorced, and then he married Anne Turkel, and very nice gal, and they had 3 children, Damien, Jared, and Jamie, and all of his sons are in acting.
Yes.
How good is that? Not only theatrical, like Shakespearean theater, but also films, following in their great father's footsteps, Sir Richard Harris.
I got to tell you, probably 10 years ago, I read a book on Richard Harris. And it was something else. This guy lived a full life.
Oh, he really did.
Not hold back. He had tons of fun.
Yeah.
He liked to get out and party a little bit, but I enjoyed the book. I didn't know the man before I read the book. And then I read the book and I was impressed. He lived his life to its fullest.
He sure did.
Like you said, maybe 72 years he got, but I mean, I think he piled a lot into those 72 years, and he enjoyed them thoroughly.
More than most would have. Yeah, more than most.
It's a great point. All right. On our next show, folks, I'm going to break down a song. This was wonderful today, and I think we're going to stick with this format for a little bit. Randy, I'm going to give you a heads up now. So you can start diving into this one. I'm going to talk about Jim Croce and the song Operator. So yes. I hope you look forward to that show. I know you're going to get the questions ready for me on that one. So I'm going to do my homework. Different format than today with the Boomer Music. Hope you folks enjoyed it. The email's down below if you want to send us one of your songs that we can break down for you. Why not do that? Me and Randy enjoy doing that. We always have fun, but it was great to see, and thank you for sharing why that song was so important to you. I think that's a relevant point in these shows because it explains what people are maybe going through in their life and why music is so important. So thanks for doing this, buddy.
Thanks very much, Dave. Really enjoyed it. And we will see you next time, and looking forward to the Jim Croce. Oh, man.
The guy's got so much music, and I can only pick one. So I picked one, but
right on.
It's going to be fun. So take care. We'll talk soon.
Yeah. Will do, Dave. Thanks very much. Have yourself a good week and be safe on those roads.